Hello, 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 everybody. My name is Steve Ford. Welcome to your English lesson. Today, as requested, I have another great lesson for people who are learning English and want to speak it fast, like a native speaker. Are you ready? Let's go. So I really invite you to smash that like button and also to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And today we have a video where we're going to take some well-known phrases that are used in English, and I'm going to show you how to say them slowly, at normal speed, and then how to speed them up so that you can speak more naturally, more like a native speaker.
It is what it is. 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 What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Forget about it. Forget about it. At the end of the day, you've got to do what you've got to do. You've got to do what you got to do. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is.
The first one is, it is what it is. It is what it is. Now, before we get into how to pronounce it, how to link those words together, you want to understand how we use it and what situations we would use it. So, for example, if you decide to go to a casino and you want to play a game, then you have to play by the rules of that casino. And you could win, great, but you also could lose. And if you're playing cards, even if it's with your friends and you lose, well, it is what it is. You lost, and maybe the next time you'll do better. Maybe you'll win next time. It is what it is. So this is an expression that we use when we face things in life that we have no control over, and we just have to accept things for the way they are. So let's try to go through this slowly. It is what it is in full form. Nobody says it like that. So we want to take a lot of the T's in this sentence and we want to turn them into flap T's. So they sound for us like D's. And for a lot of you, they sound like arr, that D at the end of arr. So we would say it is what it is. A little faster. It is what it is. And then really fast. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Now, I'm sure that you've heard in life as a philosophy that if you don't take any risks, then also the reward, what you can receive back, also is small. So sometimes the bigger the risk, also the bigger the reward. Now, sometimes when we're dating, for example, we can fall in love and then we break up. People get married and they can get divorced. But this is part of the risk that you take. So if something goes wrong in a relationship and then you break up, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? So this is an expression which is similar to it is what it is. It's the same meaning here, but we're using what are you going to do? Once again, we do a flap T on that what, and it becomes what are. And we can say it much faster that way, what are. It almost sounds like water, but not exactly. What are. And then going to becomes gonna and then do. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Now, let's say you're a big sports fan and you follow your team everywhere they go. They make it to the championship and they lose the championship. It happens. And the best thing you can do is forget about it. Forget about it. Maybe they'll win next year, but this year you just put it out of your mind and you forget about it. Now, I mentioned this in another video, how to say this quickly. And once again, we want to use those flap T's. Forget about it becomes forget about it. And you can see that the T on the end of it, we don't pronounce. Forget about it. Forget about it. Forget about it. Oh, my team lost? Well, forget about it. Just forget about it. Another expression that you will hear a lot of people, you hear it on the news, you hear it on TV announcers, even people use it at the end of the day. And what it means is that you can talk about this, you can talk about that, but in the end, the most important thing is, if I give you money in one hand and love in the other, what is more important? Well, for me personally, at the end of the day, love is much more important. Relationships with people, for me personally, at the end of the day, relationships with people are much more important than money. Now, some people are more practical about this, and at the end of the day, when they put both on the scale, they feel that money is more important. And I mean, it is what it is, and I respect that too. Everybody has a different opinion. So the T's linked together at the just one T there, and then at the end and then of becomes at the end of the day. At the end of the day.
You've got to do what you've got to do.
Another expression that you will hear, this is when we have to do things. Not necessarily we want to do them, but we have to do them sometimes. And we say in the full form, you have got to do what you have got to do. Nobody says it like that. We would say, you gotta do what you gotta do. So you can see that we relax the T's here. You gotta. And then what you gotta. So if we say it faster, you gotta do what you gotta do. Now, you'll notice that when I say it faster like that, I'm taking the second part, what you, the TY, and I'm changing that to a CH sound. You gotta do what you chew. You gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, everybody, I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. In case you haven't done so, you can subscribe to my channel, watch more videos, and I hope to see you next time in our English lesson. Bye for now.